Well, today, we get to have a one-on-one conversation with the world-renowned voice in health, wellness, and personal transformation, Dr. Deepak Chopra. Our topic for personal growth is life transformation from the inside out. Dr. Deepak Chopra is the founder of the Chopra Foundation, which is a nonprofit entity for research on well-being and humanitarianism, and Chopra Global, which is a pioneer in integrative medicine and personal transformation. Now, through his over 2 decades of work since leaving his medical practice, Deepak continues to revolutionize common wisdom about the crucial connection between body, mind, spirit, and healing. Chopra is the author of over 89 books, including numerous New York Times bestsellers. His 90th book and national bestseller, MetaHuman, Unleashing Your Infinite Potential. It unlocks the secrets of moving beyond our present limitations to access a field of infinite possibilities. For the last 30 years, Chopra has been on the forefront of the meditation revolution, and his next book, Total Meditation, will help readers to achieve new dimensions of stress-free and joyful living. Time magazine has described Dr. Chopra as one of the top 100 heroes and icons of the century. Welcome to Vault Empowers Talks, Dr. Chopra. One of the things that I've always stressed in some of my motivational talks is the importance of discovering your gift in life and then marrying that gift to a passion, and then in there becomes a purpose. I wanted to talk to you about that because people accomplish some extraordinary things when they determine their gift and purpose. And I was fortunate enough to discover my gift early. I became passionate about it, and then my life really took off when I had a purpose to attach to it. Walk us through the process from your eyes, the experience of when you discovered your gift and purpose.
So it's a great question, Steve. To be human is to have a story. That's the definition of humans. There's no other species that tells itself stories. Giraffes don't tell giraffe stories. They just look for food, sex, danger. So all the other species on our planet, they have only a very rudimentary way of communicating either food or mating or danger to survive. But humans are storytellers. Ever since we came into existence, we've told ourselves stories. And humans also like to bond emotionally through touch, through song, through music, through dance, but primarily through storytelling. Babies and children play, and they play-act stories. I want to be a fireman. I want to be an astrobiologist. I want to be a school teacher. I want to be an entertainer. And they're play acting that. That's a hint at what their gift is. That's a hint at what their gift is, what they're playing at. So if I have a child who loves to play tennis but hates mathematics, normally what people do is they get him a math tutor. I would never do that. I would get him a tennis coach to upgrade his gifts, and then when he wins Wimbledon or she wins Wimbledon, then we can hire a mathematician to be the financial advisor. So the fact is, notice the strengths, notice the play, notice the joy in a child, and that's the story, that's the gift. And when that gift is applied to the service of humanity, then success is guaranteed. So when I was small, when I was little, my mother used to tell me stories about successful people. Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa, Rosa Parks. And that influenced my brain and my mind at a very early age. So I gravitated in that direction because all these people that I was learning about, whether it was Nelson Mandela or Mother Teresa or Rosa Parks, or Martin Luther King Jr., there was something welling up in me. That's the story I want for the world. I want that dream for the world. So just that one speech, I have a dream, changed my life.
Something you said a second ago, the things that children play at is a hint as to what their gift will be. And that was very, very true for me. So in your case, let me ask you this. What was the push for you that sent you first in the direction of traditional medicine and then guided you into a different journey in medicine?
I was trained as an internist, internal medicine. Then I was trained as a neuroscientist and something called neuroendocrinology. So we were looking at the molecules or the chemicals that the brain makes when you experience emotions. And I also knew at that time, just through my own practice, that you could have two patients who had the same illness, saw the same doctor, got the same treatment, but could have completely different outcomes. One could recover, the other could die, and in between there was a whole range of people. So I started asking myself, is it enough to treat the body as a machine? In traditional medicine, that's how we treat the body. It's a physical machine. What about emotions? What about spirit? What about relationships? What about nutrition? What about sleep? What about managing stress? What about our connection to a higher being? All these things influence how the body operates. So it was a combination of my training in science and in medicine that led me to explore healing in a more holistic manner. Holistic means including everything: body, mind, spirit, emotions, environment, personal relationships, social interactions. Every experience we have, it shapes our personal reality, but it also shapes our biology.
In your transformation from Western medicine to where you are today, it was almost like you reinvented yourself or expanded yourself. What do you say to the person who is stuck? Because there are a lot of people who go to school for one thing, who have been wanting something, but their true calling can be in another area, but they have a fear of taking that step to reinvent themselves. What do you say to a person, and how should a person view reinventing themselves or evolving?
I think you start with 4 questions. That's what I do. Every day, by the way, I do these 4 questions early in the morning when I wake up. The first question is, who am I? I don't look for an answer. I just ask myself, who am I? Am I this physical body that is changing? Am I this mind which is changing? Am I my emotions which are changing? Or am I a spirit? I just ask myself that question, number 1. And I wait for a response. Second question I ask myself is, what do I really want? What do I want for myself? What do I want for my family? What do I want for the world? Third question that I ask is, what is my purpose? And the fourth question I ask is, what am I grateful for? So these are 4 questions that I believe are the most important questions of our existence. And you don't need to know the answers. If you ask these questions, you live these questions, then transformation happens by itself. To ask the question is the first step, because if you don't, then you recycle your life every day. You wake up, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you do what you have to do, you have a drink in the evening, you go to sleep, and next day the same thing, till you die. Now, I haven't met a single person who at their deathbed said, I wish I'd gone to work a little harder, I wish I'd made more money, or I wish I had been more materially successful. I never met such a guy. So ask yourself, is life about living or is it about making a living? Most people think life is about making a living, and they sacrifice their life to make a living. And if you don't ask yourself these questions, then it's routine. It's the same recycling, same beginning, same end. But if you ask these questions, then life leads you into the answers.
This is your time to live your absolute best life, and why not start by empowering yourself? All right, so here at Vault, we know that you want to do something great in the world, and we've created great content for you. So like, subscribe, post it, repost it, share it, get your friends to sign up and join us here at Vault Empowers.